Hello dear viewers and welcome to English News Broadcast. I am Mila Wamkail. These are the top stories. 4 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 tests carried out today. Nationals in Mannheim displayed exhibition. One million Nigerian children to miss school due to threat of violence. In France, forces killed Islamic State group leader. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 4 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at quarantine centers in the southern and Gashbarka regions. Out of these, 3 patients are from the quarantine center in Adi Khwala, southern region. The last patient is from quarantine center in Adibara Gashbarka region. On the other hand, 1 patient who has been receiving medical treatment in hospital in the central region has recovered fully and has been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 6,617, while the number of deaths stands at 40. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has risen to 6,667. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 16 September 2021. Eritrean nationals residing in the German city of Mannheim displayed exhibition at the festival organized by the municipality of the city, presenting various resources of their country. The exhibition that was organized by the National Committee in Mannheim included items depicting the armed struggle for Eritrea's independence and safeguarding the national sovereignty, cultural diversity, and unity of the Eritrean people, as well as pictures reflecting the true image of Eritrea. At the festival, in which over 5,000 people visited, 110 German associations as well as various nationals and associations of various countries took part, displaying resources of their countries. The 3 seedlings planted at the Merab River bank by the residents of the administrative areas of Gazalamza, Dubarwa, Adilogo, and Adi Wadot reported that is in good condition and that attests to the encouraging community participation. According to Mr. Tasfai Gobru, head of economic development in the subzone, each area administration has been allocated with piece of land for planting 3 seedlings so that they take responsibility for their sustainability and called on others to follow the example, indicating that the initiative by the administrative areas will have significant contribution in gaining experience for future similar programs. Mr. Tasfai called on other administrative areas to take similar initiative. Mr. Germay Tasfa Mikael, acting head of the Ministry of Agriculture branch in the subzone, on his part said that with community participation, over 60,000 eucalyptus trees have been planted. According to a document from the Ministry of Agriculture branch, in the subzone, over 146,000 tree seedlings of various types have been planted in the subzone through the summer student screening program. The National Union of Eritrean Women, in cooperation with the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students and National Confederation of Eritrean Workers, organized a training program on poultry and beef farming to 50 women in the central region. The practical and theoretical training program was organized in the subzones of Galanafi, Abarda, and Barikh Ms. Alam Belai, head of the National Union of Eritrean Women in the Central Region, said that those trained in poultry farming have been provided each with 25 chickens, and those trained in bee farming with 2 beehives each. The members of the livestock resources in the region who provided the training commended the strong interest the trainees demonstrated during the program and called for applying the training they receive in improving their livelihoods. And I'll be back with the international news after a short break. Welcome back. 1 million Nigerian children will likely stay away from school because of the threat of violence after a series of mass kidnappings and attacks targeting students this year, according to yesterday's report. More than 1,000 people have been snatched in mass abductions for ransom by criminal gangs in northwest and central states since December, with dozens still in captivity. The UN Children's Agency said there had been 20 attacks on schools in Nigeria this year, and more than 1,400 people were taken and 16 had died. Most have been released after ransom negotiations, but only after weeks or months in captivity, often in appalling conditions in rural camps. French forces killed the leader of the jihadist group Islamic State in the Greater Sahara, Adnan Abdulwalid al-Sahrawi, according to yesterday's report. This summer, in June and July, Paris had already announced the death or capture of several high-ranking the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara cadres by the French Barkhane Force and its partners as part of its strategy to target the leaders and cadres of jihadist organizations. As media reports said, the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara leader died as the result of a strike by the Barkhane Force, the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara, created in 2015 by Adnan Abdulwalid al-Sahrawi, a former member of the Polisario Front and then of the jihadist movement Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, had been designated as a priority enemy in the Sahel at the summit in Pau in January 2020. The Islamic State in the Greater Sahara has carried out deadly attacks targeting civilians and military personnel in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. That was all for today's news, and now I will remind you the top stories. 4 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. Nationals in Mannheim displayed exhibition. One million Nigerian children to miss school due to threat of violence. In France, forces killed Islamic State group leader. That was all for today's news. Thank you for watching.